would like to show you how you can make use of the send mail activity in SpikesTogether workflow to send out emails. The example I'm going to use deals with a complaint management process. At a certain moment in your process, it is, for example, decided to accept a complaint, to create a credit note, and to send it to the customer. At that moment, you would also like to inform the person who registered the complaint, as well as the complaint owner in your organization, about the decision that was made. So what I did, I already added a send mail activity to my complaints workflow. So let's have a look at the settings of this activity. So I click this activity, then I click here on activity properties. So this will open my activity properties window for the send mail activity. In the mail settings tab over here, you can configure your complete email template. I already filled in some of the fields like the from address and the body of the mail. The nice thing that you can do with this activity is you can use any kind of workflow data to compose your template. So take for example that I would like to use the name of my complaint in the title of my email. So I can easily do this by modifying the title field over here. For example, I could enter complaint and then the title of my complaint. So I can select the title of my complaint by clicking here on this button. This presents me a workflow field selector. So one of the things that I can select is all my fields on the item, my complaint, the workflow is running on. So in this case, I would like to use the title of my complaint over here. And then I can continue. Was accepted, for example. Remember that you can use this technique in all of these fields in your mail template. As you can see, we also added a number of fields in the body of the email as well. Okay. So we would like to send this email to the person who registered the complaint. This is in fact the same person that started the complaint workflow. We do not directly know the email address of this user, so what we do over here in the to field is we don't select email, but instead we select that we want to specify a user. And then we use the same technique as before. We open the workflow field selector and then we select workflow initiator. So by doing so, we specify that the email is sent to the initiator of the complaint workflow. Okay, so we would also like to send a copy of the email to the complaint owner so that he's also informed about the decision that was made. So we can do this by filling in the CC field. So in this case, we select instead of email role. And now we can specify that we would like to send it to the role of the complaint owner. Being able to select a role as a target is a very powerful mechanism. To see why this is the case, we need to have a look at the configuration of the complaint owner role. The person that plays the role of complaint owner actually depends on the possible impact that the complaint has. If it concerns a complaint with a high impact, the complaint owner will be a different person than for complaints with a lower impact. We make the distinction between high and low impact complaints by specifying conditions. The high impact complaint condition is, for example, configured as follows. So let's see over here by clicking edit condition. So we specify that the complaint has a high impact or possible high impact if the estimated cost that is specified on the complaint is greater than 10,000. So the nice thing is that if you send an email to a role, these conditions will be evaluated to determine who will be the actual recipient of the email.